Friends, thank you for watching my channel. I just want to remind you, if you need wallpaper, go to www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Tell them Spencer sent you. In fact, if you use my hashtag, Spencer Colgan is wallpaper, they'll be sure to give you a 10% off at your checkout. No matter how much you order, they have a wide selection of wallpaper. Check it out. Tell them I said hello and enjoy your discount. When you're double cutting wallpaper, in this case it's commercial vinyl, but it's not a commercial place, it's a residence. Commercial vinyl, high-end commercial vinyl, is now commonly used in homes, not because of its durability, but because of its elegance. You would agree that this is an elegant wall covering for a high-end home, condo, etc., right? But unlike other residential wall coverings, we are confronted with the double cut of the commercial wall covering. So you have to bring your commercial tools, so to speak, to the residential wallpaper job. Those wrinkles that you see on the edge of the wall covering, they're not air pockets, but that's the edge of the second sheet of wallpaper. The ridge underneath it that you see in the center of your screen is the ridge created by the first sheet. And so we have 1.5 inch overlap. Our job is to make a straight cut. This is the entrance to this condo. The first thing they're going to be looking at is your crooked cut, if you should mess this up. So I urge you to take the time to do this right. Some folks freehand it. I've seen it on commercial jobs. Cowboy wallpaper installers taking their knife, taking their plastic smoother, and coming down this line looking like they're drawing a rainbow, literally, arcing at every foot back and forth without regard for the straightness of the line. Well, I'm here to show you a simple way of just accomplishing a straight double cut line that is ready for the inspection of homeowners or superintendents on commercial projects, etc., whatever. And I urge you to use one of these. That will ensure, this laser line that is, that your line be straight. And with the help of a steel guide, you can use your knife against your steel guide to penetrate this wall covering so that you penetrate both the overlap and the underlap. So before we make our cut, lest our eyes fail us, we want to make sure that we are on the meat of the underlap. And you see there that we've caught at least 1 inch of the underlap, which means when I penetrate the overlap, my underlap is sufficiently under this in order that I make a perfect seam. If you didn't inspect the underlap, you might be, as I sample problem shot for you, I showed you what would happen if you were on the edge or perhaps even over here. You would have a gap in your wallpaper, so you don't want to make that mistake. So let's do the cut. This is as close as I can get you to the action, but I think it'll be sufficient for you to get the basic idea of how to do your double cut. We're going to put our smoother down, which is what I've seen some cowboy wallpaper installers use on certain jobs, especially commercial ones. And we're going to opt for a steel guide. This is one of many you can use. And so, if you find yourself blocking your laser line like this, you could simply stand away, run a piece of tape down your laser line, shut your laser level off, and cut against your tape line. I put my steel along the laser line. I lift it up, making it about a 45-degree angle against the wall, so it doesn't shift. Then I begin my cut with a sharp 9mm razor. The biggest mistake you could make right now is not pressing hard enough. That is the biggest mistake you could make at this point. If you press too hard, you violate the wall underneath. Not as bad as a problem as if you did not press hard enough, now you have to manufacture a double cut with your hands, your eyes, and your knife. And good luck with that. It's not going to happen. You just wasted 2 sheets of wallpaper. Let me bring you up close. Just so you know, I went all the way down there and did the same thing down here as you saw me doing up here. So here's my overlap, and this should come off cleanly. Okay, so far I pressed hard enough. That came off nice and clean, right? But here's the real test. Let me give you a little tip. If your wall has been painted with an acrylic paint or a semi-gloss latex paint and it's been up there for years, it is, in my opinion, the best case scenario. You just put sizing on this, and guess what? You don't break. Your hand gets familiar with how hard you have to press. And it also gets familiar with the threshold beyond which you can't press because you'll be penetrating the wall surface. So it is something that you become familiar with.
Hi, Spencer.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
So our line is looking beautiful, isn't it? Look at the precision. Don't you just love that? What about this? What about that? What is this? Well, what do you think the distance between this and this is? And this and this one? It's the distance of the diameter of the roll of wallpaper. And this is what happens when it's rolled up for a long time. Do we have to live with that? What would you do if your shirt is wrinkled? You'd iron it, right? So you'd use heat. So what do we do if our vinyl is wrinkled? Same thing. So we're going to apply heat. And we're not going to put too much heat on it. That's just very warm. A little more. That's just wet down there from cleaning it. But that's how you do a double cut. If you have any questions, please let me know. By the way, if your wallpaper gets air pockets, you have to get them out. But if there are paste bubbles, the size of your thumb or less, don't stress the paper trying to get them out. They will evaporate. The size of your thumbnail, they're paste bubbles. Anything bigger, work it out with your smoother. Thanks for watching.